The Nintendo NX is a hot topic in 2016, that's for sure. I love my Wii U, it's my favourite console ever. But whether or not you love your Wii U, it's hard to avoid the fact that in many ways Nintendo screwed up bad with the console. And although in years to come I'm sure it'll be much like the Dreamcast, in that it'll be adored as a system with a great library that just didn't get as many sales as it should have, it's pretty clear to me that for the good of this company that I really love, they need to move on from it now. The NX should be learning from the mistakes of both the Wii U and even the 3DS to make it the stellar console we're all hoping for it to be. So here are my top 5 things that the NX really needs to put Nintendo back in everyone's hearts and minds. Recently I've gone back and watched all of the videos from E3 and Nintendo's events before the launch of the Wii U, which they used to try and build up hype for the system, and frankly it was just awful. The NX needs a full blowout of info at E3, or possibly even better, they take inspiration from their competitors in unveiling the system a month or two before this year's E3, and then coming hard at the consumer with a full blowout of all the games coming out for this system at launch or in launch window at the main event. The old way of unveiling a system where it would be slowly shown to the consumer over 2 years is too delayed in the current gaming market, and the lackluster pre-launch Wii U event was a small anticlimactic affair which felt half-hearted from the start. The NX needs excitement. The PS4 has proven that, as for the first 2 years it had barely any stellar exclusive titles, yet its announcement alone was so good that right now it's set to be the best selling video game system in existence. Also, please actually show the down console at its unveiling this time, and not just the tablet or the main pull of the thing, because there's a reason that so many people thought the Wii U was an add-on to the original Wii. 2015 was the year that Nintendo really proved that the Wii U gamepad could be something that really benefits the player's experience. Sure, before we had Nintendo Land, which was a fun little jaunt and certainly a better game than Wii Sports, but to be honest it's little more than just a few tech demos put together. This year though, the Wii U got Splatoon and Super Mario Maker, which used the gamepad extraordinarily well and made me truly value this tablet screen. The NX is already known to have a new central hook similar to the Wii U's tablet screen, the Wii's motion control, or of course the best innovation, the GameCube's handle. Oh damn guys, I've just actually realised that this whole deal about having a home console which is also available to take on the go, that was done way before the GameCube. That's pretty crazy. Nintendo, super innovative. Yeah, but in summary, just really show off the worth of whatever that differentiating factor of the NX really is. Because with the Wii U, Nintendo kind of showed that when it was far too late. Having a strong launch lineup is important, but honestly it hardly ever happens anymore. Look at the Wii U's launch lineup, the PS4's or the Xbox One's, and none of them are particularly attractive, and for that reason it only makes number 3 on this list. Nevertheless, I think it's something Nintendo really have to nail this time round, especially seeing as this console is coming mid-generation, so people will need a reason to buy an extra console, or alternatively choose this console over the now relatively cheap competitors that have been around for a few years and have a decent back catalogue. The Wii U really screwed up with this, and Nintendo failed to utilise that year's head start that they had on the competition, as its launch lineup boasted some pretty sad and late third-party ports, a solid but stale 2D Mario game, Zombie U which was okay, a couple of average minigame collections, and that's about your lot. Luckily, I really think that the next mainline 3D Mario game will be a launch title. The new Zelda will also make it to the NX as well as the Wii U, there'll be Pikmin 4, and at least one more first party title to boot. Nintendo have learned their lesson with this, I really think. Online gaming is huge nowadays, and Nintendo needs a system on par with Xbox Live and PSN. It's brilliant that Nintendo's online service is currently free, but give the people a competent online experience consistently through each and every game, including a notification system that works, a message system that's integrated, and system-wide voice chat, as well as possibly a PS Plus / Games with Gold service for like £40 or $60 a year, and I bet most people would snatch that up straight away. I know I would, and Nintendo really just needs it because it's the standard in gaming now and they're lagging behind. I don't think it's any secret that the Wii U is an underpowered console, with it being roughly 4 times more powerful than the last gen systems, which sounds good and all, but when you consider that the PS4 and Xbox One are roughly 10 times as powerful as those systems, it isn't quite the same story, it isn't quite as good. Now, that hasn't stopped Nintendo utilising that hardware to make some truly stunning games, like the upcoming Zelda, Mario Kart 8, and even the HD remake of Wind Waker. And some games which are so vast that it's massively impressive. Xenoblade Chronicles X comes to mind. It has, however, put off third-party support, and that's why they need at least parity with current systems. I'll admit that I'm fairly ignorant on the topic of system architecture, but I do know that Nintendo's system currently utilises IBM's PowerPC architecture, which these days is pretty old news, and the Xbox One and the PS4 currently use the x86 architecture, which basically means that you really have to rework games to get them on the Wii U. You don't between the other two systems, and the NX needs this because it needs that ability to be easily ported to. It is vital to the NX's success that people perceive it as a system that can play all their third-party games, even if they choose not to, particularly in droves. Plus, I'll be definitely getting the NX, and damn it, I want Persona 5, so I don't really want to have to prioritise buying a PS4, as well as an Xbox One which I currently own, and an NX which I'm probably going to get as well. And honestly, I know it won't be that simple as me just saying it, but it is relatively simple to actually get that Japanese support, because the Japanese games companies will come to NX and support it if it's easy to port to, and it is this handheld / home console that everyone's believing it to be, because handheld gaming is the thing in Japan, but these Japanese companies also really want home gaming to make a resurgence. NX can be that, and if it's easy to port to, or easy to make games on that architecture, you'll be seeing a lot of third-party games on the NX that are also on other systems, and you'll probably be seeing quite a few third-party exclusives as well, because really it'll just look like a better situation than a PS4 in Japan, because the PS4 is really popular worldwide, but it's not that hot in Japan right now. That'll bring us to the end of this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching it. If you liked it, then don't be afraid to give it a like and comment. What things do you want to see on the NX, and what games would you really like to see on the NX? I'd be really interested in finding out. If you're new to the channel, then please subscribe, and also if you fancy supporting me and giving a little extra so I can carry on making this content for you guys, then there is a link down to my Patreon in the description below. Thank you very much for watching this, and bye bye.